How you guys doing, man? We're talking about the Seahawks and Antonio Brown. Would he be a good fit? And well, for me, it's a no. I just don't see the reason to bring Antonio Brown in. I know there's some injury-laden teams out there, Carolina, um, the Jets. You can go over to this. Chicago, Philadelphia. There's a lot of teams that probably can use Antonio Brown, but for the Seahawks, I know Pete Carroll has a different culture. They play music, and they're the anti-NFL team, and in quotations, and all of this. But for me, bringing in Antonio Brown just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you got Metcalf, you got other pieces. I mean, you're undefeated. Russell Wilson's playing unbelievable. You need help on the defensive side of the ball, and I know a lot of people do need help on the defensive side of the ball. But it's just for me. For me, it's a no. And yeah, whatever you want to think about that, that's fine. But for me, I don't bring him out. I mean, I know they got him in. They're working him out. There's some images out there, and these guys are throwing balls around, and he's catching balls. And talent wise, he looks like he's still the same guy. A bit of a let's just size Antonio Brown what he is. Right, he's a bit of a prima donna. He's a bit of a diva receiver. He needs targets. And you saw the Steelers, they couldn't win. They got Antonio Brown. They was going deep into the playoffs, and Big Ben was winning Super Bowls. They get Antonio Brown, and they can't do anything because he just commands so much attention. He wants the ball. He wants the highlights. He wants to dance in the end zone and all this stuff. And, you know, I wouldn't do it. Not on my team right now. You got a winning culture up there. I know Pete Carroll's always somebody who brings in whether it's a Kaepernick or Josh Gordon and all this other stuff. And then Pete Carroll. Look, you lost the Super Bowl, buddy. Okay, can we put that out there? You lost the Super Bowl. You couldn't stay out of your own way. You run the ball with beast mode. We'd be having a different conversation about Pete Carroll being 2-0, and we know all his accolades and whatever from USC. But this comes down to Antonio Brown and Twitter, Instagram, and we saw his meltdown publicly. For me, that chemistry that's going on in the locker room, the leader that Russell Wilson is, those people and how they're gelling and grinding right now, 5-0. They're undefeated. So for me, I wouldn't bring him in. More trouble than it's worth. More trouble. And I'm a fan of Antonio Brown. And there's some teams that may need a high volume, high target receiver that's gonna attack the ball and catch the ball at its high point and get up the field and a good route runner and all that. But he's I know Pete Carroll does this all the time. It's just who he is. He can't stay out of his way. He wants to tinker with this Lamborghini, which is the offense Russell Wilson is running. He wants to just go in there, fine tune, and their defense is last. 437 yards given up every game. Their defense is last in the league. I know they're 5-0, and it's just like, let's see who we can outscore. And from you think back when they had the Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor of the world. That defense, Earl Thomas and all those guys. I know they still got Bobby Wagner, who's obviously one of the best linebackers, the best middle linebacker of this generation, as far as I can see. He's the best linebacker we've seen in a while. You got to go back to Ray Lewis, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He wants to bring in Josh Gordon. He wants to bring in Antonio Brown. And these guys, I wouldn't touch Antonio Brown. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, he's out of the league for a reason, and maybe that's where you should stay at. Get on a podcast, use your personality, whatever it is. God bless Antonio Brown. But this isn't the spot for him, and maybe he'll go somewhere else and have some success. But he goes up there, he's not getting. I mean, what are you going to do? Metcalf is flourishing. They got receivers up there, two premier dominant receivers that run routes well. So, whatever. But I'm on Instagram, man. Best podcast 2020, man. I'll try to be better. I wouldn't touch Antonio Brown. I just wouldn't do it.